cooking and watching cooking. Cooking and watching cooking, y'all. Cooking and watching cooking. So I took my eggs out of the Instant Pot, and I took my potatoes out of the Instant Pot, and I did my potatoes and eggs at the same time. And what I did was I let my potatoes stay in while my eggs was cooling down in the cold water. So on my Instant Pot, there's a button that I can push that just says eggs, and that's all I have to do. And then I did them at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my Instant Pot off now. But all I have to do is push this button that has egg. And the pot will set to the PSI for whatever your food that's in there that's cooking. Let me turn this off because it'll stay on warm. To whatever you're cooking, it'll set up the amount of pressure that it's going to take for your food to cook. So what I did was I did my potatoes. And I want to show you guys. Alright. So, they're done. Alright. They're done. And like if you're doing like something like a potato salad and you wanted to do your potatoes and eggs at the same time, you could do that. And I put about 2 cups of water in. About to lose y'all. I put about 2 cups of water in. When I do it, and I just let it do its thing, it automatically sets up pressure. I can go on about my business and be doing something else. Okay, so that's the potatoes. That's already ready to go. And now I'm going to peel the eggs. Get those going. And I just love it. It's just so much easier. It's less time consuming, less energy. You're not heating up the house when you're cooking. You're not worried about burning anything. You don't have to freak out if you jump in the shower, then all of a sudden you remember you got something on the stove. So it does everything for you. All you got to do is put it in, and it will do the rest. It's my boiled egg. And like I said, I have a setting. Just says egg. A lot of people in their Instant Pot, they do a lot of manual cooking. So they do a lot of manual settings. So you'll have, like you'll see something that says 5-minute cook time, high pressure, natural release, 5 minutes, yada, yada, yada. So that's that Instant Pot talk. And a lot of the stuff that I cook, I just go with the settings that's already programmed in the pressure cooker. Perfect. In the pressure cooker. But sometimes, depending on what it is that I'm cooking, if it's something that really needs to be timed, let's say I'm doing like a cheesecake, right? And that has to have a set time to it, then I'll use the manual setting. Or if I'm doing something like, if I'm doing a roast, a beef roast, and I need an hour and 30 minutes cook time, that's the amount of time I use for my beef roast, then I'll do a manual setting. When I'm doing my pork roast, I usually do maybe an hour of manual setting. And then it all depends on like how much food you have in the pressure cooker. You don't want to overfill it. But there is lines on the inside of your pot that's graduated. It has lines to show you, you know, max full and stuff like that. So this is my eggs out of the pressure cooker. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the egg just to show you guys. And I didn't have to sit around and babysit or watch or peek or remember that I had something on the stove. Lost my yolk. Or remember I had something on the stove. But that's how the eggs turn out. And then I've heard people say something about they get like a gray ring on their eggs when they cook them in the pressure cooker. But as you can see, I don't have any gray rings. It's my egg yolk. Perfect. That sucker slippery. Okay, and then I'm going to cut another one. Here we go. And again, it's a perfect cook. You get a perfect cook. No gray rings. The yolk is cooked all the way through. And I don't even sit and watch my pressure cooker anymore. Like some people will say, like, how long did you cook so and so and so and so? I just push a button. I push a button and I go sit down and my eggs are ready. Or whatever it is I'm cooking, it's ready. Okay? No babysitting over here. And I guess maybe it's just because I'm just that comfortable with the pressure cooker now. I've been using mine for about, I don't know, 4 years or so. I've been doing pressure cooking. The more you use it, the more comfortable you'll get with it. I know a lot of people still got their pressure cookers packed in the box. 2 years now. And the pressure cooker just sitting there. When you could be making some wonderful meals. Don't be scared of it. You just got to get in there and cook. Okay? And follow all your safety guidelines and your precautions. And that's all you can do, right? Okay, so that's what it is today. And just easy cooking. Some people say, depending on the meal they cook, well, I thought it was going to be instant. I put my such and such in there and it took an hour to cook. Okay, well, that same meal that you put in your pressure cooker that took an hour probably would have took 3 hours in your oven. And then you would have heated up the whole house and you would have used a lot more energy, and then your utility bill would have been a lot higher as well. So just because it says instant don't mean that everything is done in 5 or 10 minutes or so. And depending on what it is that you're cooking, your pressure cooker does take some time to reach its maximum PSI, okay, for the setting. It has to reach the proper amount of pressure. So that time is also allotted for, and then you have your actual cook time. But with that being said, you still can turn out some wonderful meals a lot sooner, a lot quicker, a lot cheaper than you can if you were cooking it on your stove. And then some people will say, well, why would I cook eggs in the pressure cooker when I can cook it on my stove? Well, why get a pressure cooker and not cook everything you can in your pressure cooker, right? That's the point. That's the point of having your pressure cooker. You want to use it for as many things and as many meals as you possibly can. Okay, so get those pressure cookers out and let's get the cooking. Holla.